Okay, so hi guys. So I want to make a really quick video over the idea about limits and the 0/0 rule. Well, mostly limits involving 0/0. And there are two kinds and where that happens. Actually, these are two very popular kind of problems. I'm going to do problems in this video, by the way. The first problem, and I want to go ahead and, and do this is pretty much a problem that it's not really as difficult, but we still need to know how to do this. So if we have the following, the limit as x approaches let's say 2 of x minus 2 over x squared minus 4. Now, I want to quickly just define what 0/0 means. 0/0, this is considered indeterminate, an indeterminate form, and there are a few of those indeterminate forms. Indeterminate. I hope I'm spelling that right. So basically, what we're gonna do here. And obviously, we've been learning about direct substitution. And some limits, of course, we can actually find some limits by direct substitution. However, sometimes we have this problem of 0/0, and some limits take a little bit of work to find. Now, I do want to clarify that this does not mean that the limit, this does not mean that the limit does not exist. If we have 0/0, it does not imply that the limit does not exist. A lot of people, and it also doesn't mean that it's 0, because 0/0 is undefined. So a lot of people make that mistake, and I really want to clarify that it's really not, it's neither of those, right? Because this is the most common error that a lot of people make when it comes to finding limits, when it comes to, when they have a 0/0 kind of thing. So basically, with this limit here, of course, the first step, is do direct substitution. Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and do that. So the limit as x approaches 2 of, and we have x minus 2 over x squared minus 4, right? And so we're going to do the following. So we have x minus 2 over x squared minus 4. Now we're going to plug in x equals 2, right? So for x, right? So we have 2 minus 2 over the quantity 2 squared minus 4. This is equal to 0 over 4 minus 4, which is 0/0. Hold on, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So like I said, we always want to say, and this is something that I learned in school, when we have a 0/0, the way that you can remember that this is indeterminate is by saying, oh no, right? Meaning that we can't have this. We can't have this as a limit. you know, we don't want this to be a limit. This is not our answer. So what do we do exactly, right? Well, if you remember from algebra, and, you know, there was such a thing in algebra where you were kind of simplifying rational expressions, and we always, you know, learned about factoring and all that stuff with polynomial functions, because in order to do that, you know, we had to learn that in order to be able to see what cancels out. Now with this limit, what we're going to do is we're going to factor. Now, obviously x minus 2, we can't really factor it because it's already really in its simplest form, right? So we're just going to keep it that way. But what about x squared minus 4, right? We can use what is called the sum and difference pattern. And let me go ahead and write that down in case anybody forgot what that was. The sum and difference pattern, so the sum and difference, sum and difference pattern is really going to be, and it goes like this: a squared minus b squared is equal to the following. So the quantity a plus b times a minus b, right? And we must remember this because this is so important for calculus, right? Because in order to do this, we need to factor x squared minus 4. So if I have, for example, the quantity, let's just kind of say x squared minus 4, right? Minus 4, right? And we know that b squared is actually 4, right? So b squared on its own, like this, we know this is equal to 4. Actually, let me just kind of get in here. And we know this entire thing has to be 4. So we can go ahead and say this is equal to 4, right? And to solve for b, we need to take the square roots. Now notice, it's already negative here, so we're not going to do plus or minus. When we take the square root of b squared, we just get b. And 4, the square root of 4 is really just 2. So in reality, we end up getting b is equal to 2. Now, the way that we say this is the quantity x squared, the quantity squared minus 4, right, is really equal to, and this would be the quantity x plus 2, because that was really what b was. B was 2, right? And then times the quantity x minus 2. Now, now this is really what we get, right? This is really what we get for this. Now, like I said, this is what goes for the bottom part that I highlighted in green. So really, x squared minus 4 is going to be the following, and it's going to be x plus 2 times x minus 2. So this is really what we're going to put for this right here, for this stuff over here. So really we have x minus 2 over the quantity x minus 2 times x plus 2. Now, notice that there are two common things. There's this and there's this. So we cancel it out. And we are left with the limit as x approaches 2 of the following 1 over x plus 2, excuse me. And now we can do direct substitution again because, you know, that's basically the main thing that we did at the beginning. We can now direct substitute for x equals 2. We can say 1 over the quantity 2 plus 2. And what does this give us? This gives us 1 over 4. So therefore, the limit as x approaches 2 of the following, and it would be x minus 2 over x squared minus 4 would equal to 1 over 4. And that is how you do this problem. Now I would like to do one more problem in where we actually do a little bit of a harder one. So this is our answer, obviously, for that one. Now, there is another one that I do want to do because it's a little bit harder, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So the second problem that I want to do in this video is the limit as x approaches, I want to say 2. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so the next one that I would like to do, we're going to do as x approaches negative 2 instead. So let's do that instead. And we're going to do, it says it over here, x plus 2 over x cubed plus 8. Now this is yet another one where it's indeterminate. I'm just going to put that out there because that's the whole point of this video. Now, again, we're going to do direct substitution and see, well, what happens, right? So obviously, when we plug in x equals negative 2, right, we're going to do, this is going to be like x plus 2 over the quantity x cubed plus 8. And we're going to plug in x equals negative 2, so for that, right? Now, when I do that, I get negative 2, and I get plus 2 over the quantity negative 2 quantity cubed plus 8. And then what happens when I do it on top? So negative 2 plus 2 is obviously 0, and negative 2 cubed is negative 8 plus 8. So then this gives me 0 over 0, which means, oh no, right? Remember, we always want to remember, oh no, because we can't have this. We don't want that, right? Now this is a little harder to factor, and I always forget the formula. I'm going to look at x plus 2 over x cubed plus 8 on its own. I always forget the formula for the sum of 2 cubes pattern. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so I found it. We're gonna go ahead and factor the bottom. Obviously, like I said, on the top it's a linear expression. This is a linear expression right here, but on the bottom it is really a polynomial. We can factor this out. And what we're gonna use is the sum of 2 cube patterns. So sum of 2 cubes pattern. Okay. Now, this is how it goes. It's gonna go like this: x cubed minus y cubed. Or actually, I'm sorry, plus y cubed, excuse me. It's gonna be the following: the quantity x plus y. So let's do x plus y, x plus y. And it goes times, and it's going to be x squared, minus xy, so xy plus y squared, right? Now, this is what we're going to do for the whole thing here, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and write it as kind of how it is. Now, because we need it of the form x cubed plus y cubed, I know I have an x cubed here, right? It's x cubed, but my a has to be equal to y cubed. So y cubed, I know that y cubed, I know this is going to be y cubed. And I need to solve for y here, so I know that y cubed, I'm going to get y cubed is equal to 8. And what I'm going to do to solve for that, I'm going to take the cubed root of both sides. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the positive, right? So then we obviously know this cancels out. We get y is equal to, and the cubed root of 8 itself is just 2. So we know that y is equal to 2. So we can say the following, x cubed plus 8. So x cubed plus 8 is really equal to x cubed plus 2 cubed, right? Which is really just the following, and it's going to be x plus 2, so x plus 2 plus 2 times the quantity, and we have x squared, right? X squared minus, it's going to be minus, and we're going to have an x, so x, and it's going to be times, and then times 2, because y is 2, right? And then plus, it's going to be 2 cubed. 2 squared, excuse me. 2 squared. Okay. And then what we're going to do next is, what we're going to do next here is we're going to go ahead and just clean this up. So we have x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x, because this is 2x here. And then this is plus 4, right? So plus 4. And we know that this is going to be x cubed plus 8. So now we can go ahead and put this whole thing right over here. So we have, this is equal to x plus 2 over x, it's going to be, I already forgot, x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 4. Oops. X plus 2 times, excuse me, x squared minus 2x plus 4, I think. Yeah, so now we know that these two cancel out, and I am left with 1 over x squared minus 2x plus 4. And if you remember from the problem, we are looking for the limit as x approaches negative 2, and this is our new function here, our new algebraic expression. So now we can say the limit as x approaches negative 2 of 1 over x squared, do it better, minus 2x plus 4 is really going to be 1 over the quantity negative 2 quantity squared minus 2 times negative 2 plus 4. And if we simplify this, we get 1 over 4 minus 4, plus 4 plus 4, which is really 1 over 8 plus 4, which is equal to 1 over 12. So therefore, thus, the limit as x approaches negative 2, excuse me, as x approaches negative 2 of x plus 2 over x cubed plus 8 is equal to 1 over 12. And this is our final answer. Okay, guys, I know I took a little bit long in this one, but I really wanted to show you guys two different, problems and where we are actually supposed to, try to do this, okay? So, with that being said, guys, I really hope this helps, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And also, please like, comment, and or subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.